Okay, I think this is recording. So I'm doing so that's my leg. So this is just the plant app I was talking about. Let me go and find the plant. This is called a sword fern or a Boston fern. And this is like it starts up like this, and he'll obviously ask you about all these subscriptions. But this is the Picture This app I was talking about. It's called Picture This, and I really suggest it if you love to figure out what plants are, or if you love plants and taking care of plants, or if you want to know how to take care of plants, or if you don't know like what plant needs what. So this is and I've done this before, but I hit this button here. I said identify, and now it will scan it. It says a sword fern, also called a fishbone fern, Boston fern, or tuber ladder fern. So it's shows all this stuff. It even has a speaker button showing how to say the crazy botanical, whatever it's called, the botanical name, whatever it's called, botanical name. The crazy names that are in Japanese and whatever the gibberish. Shows a description and all that stuff, and shows tips for garden. Oops, no, actually it needs a subscription for that, so never mind. Some stuff will need a subscription, and it shows all this stuff here and interesting facts here. Yep, it is a popular house plant, and it helps purify the indoor air for sure. That's for sure. Shows what it means, like it symbolizes a sincerity. There are fairies living nearby. Well, I mean, I don't really know about that, but I mean, each plant has a different symbolizing thing. Like the symbolism is different for every plant. This happens to be just something really off. But, I don't mind fairies nearby. I mean, I don't really think of them as fairies. I think of more of like people I love that passed away. But anyway. Then it shows like plant type, lifespan, plant height, spread, like how, around it is. And then the green, or the leaf color green, fruit color brown and black, stem color brown or bronze. So it shows like multiple colors for this kind of stuff, like plants. Like sometimes it'll show like a few different colors or a lot of different colors that you would think, well, the plant doesn't ever have that color. But it's just like kind of, the way I think about it is kind of mix of colors. Sometimes it just, I don't know how to explain it, but then it shows all the difficulty rating and the sunlight, partial sun to full shade, and then hardiness, 20 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's basically a good plant to have indoors. It wouldn't grow out here because literally we get winters. Sadly we get winters. I mean, we need the good snow, but we haven't gotten any of that, but just cold and some snow. We need an actual amount of snow because we're in a big fat drought. But I mean, I don't like winters too much. I mean, I wish that we'd get a bunch of feet of snow for a short time and that's it, but I don't know, I like tropical climates better. Anyway, it shows the hardiness zone 10 to 12. So a hardiness zone, like there's a hardiness zone map, and I'll let you look that up, but it shows like this, like for example, hardiness zone in Clinton, Utah is 6 or 7 around that, and our mountains is probably like a 5 or a 4. But just like it has like negative, or not negative, it has temperatures, like the coldest temperature a plant can stand, or actually a coldest temperature that the area gets. So here I think it's like -10 or -15, and it rarely gets that cold here. I mean, the feel like temperature kind of does almost every winter, but anyway, for 10 it's like usually places hardiness zone 10 would be like southern Florida or middle of Florida. You usually never ever get 20s, but if they do, it's like the coldest they get. So then it shows the soil, so sand, loam, well drained, slightly acidic, neutral, kind of stuff like that. Shows when to fertilize, says fertilize once in the spring. Shows all this water stuff, and it shows pruning, planting time. So it says shape the plant every 2 months during the growing season. It says planting time, spring, summer, and fall, or autumn, whatever. And shows the propagation and the potting suggestions, and shows pests and diseases. It says rot and scale insects. And it shows all these other names of like the species and the other things part of that. Garden uses, it shows all this stuff, and it just, you can hit like, I always hit like, and add to my garden. I think I already have this in my garden, but I have like this garden thing has like it's just a list of all the plants I've taken a picture of and I want to know. And it just shows all these things, shows these symbols for the different things I've taken a picture of, and yeah. I haven't done all plants. I've done like weeds. Not only that, but it has insect identification too. This one's a little different, but I took a picture of an insect that was on my back earlier, and I figured out it's called a jewel beetle. So that's pretty cool. It shows what's toxic to pets, and it also says that on like the plants too. It also has a bird identification, which is pretty nice. So it's hard to get photos of a bird, but anyway, if I got a photo of a bird, it'd be cool to see what it is. I see robins and crows here a lot, and that's all I really see, and finches too. But then it has tree ring identity. Haven't got to try that yet. I'd really love to, but I haven't got to try that yet because I haven't seen very many trees but that are chopped down, and that's a good thing. But I think I might know where there's some tree stumps at. Might be on the trail, but I can't remember for sure. But that's just kind of what it does, and shows allergen identification. It says it's new. I've tried this. I'm trying to understand it. I mean, it's something about germs. I think it take a picture of plants and stuff, and it shows like allergens. Let's see what happens when I take a picture of this weeping yucca. It's loading. Oh, it's saying it thinks it's called Adam's needle, but anyway, it just shows it says nothing reported. So I'm still trying to understand it though. But anyway, some parts of it I'm still figuring out, because I used to have this app like when I was little, and it was a lot different than it is now. But I think it like a map too, if I can remember correctly. But now I don't even know where that map is, so I don't know if it still has it, or if you need that piece of crap subscription for it or not, or what. But anyway, I still recommend the app, and has all this cool stuff. And if I take a picture of this nightshade real quick, or the bitterberry, or whatever it's called, it will show all this stuff about it. So let's see if it gets it. See if it gets it right. Let's see. Bittersweet. Oh, it's called bittersweet. Well, anyway, I thought it's called bitterberry, but close enough. Nightshades is what it's mainly called. Blue bindweed, bittersweet nightshade, and climbing nightshade. So it shows what happens if a dog takes a bite on bittersweet. I almost said switter beet. Anyway, it says contains all this stuff and all this stuff and all this stuff that's toxic to many animals. Common symptoms of. Oops. Well, let me do it. Nope, it needs a subscription to read it all, but it just shows poisoning and to animals include vomiting, diarrhea, and seizures and weakness. So don't let animals get near this nightshade if you have it. So I've seen it before, and I don't know where else it grows, but see, maybe it'll show on here. It says symbolizes fidelity, and it shows all this stuff. See the different colors? It shows all these colors on there. It says it grows in hardiness zone 5 to 9, so it can grow in Utah for sure, obviously, because it's right here in my backyard. But it grows in Utah and probably places like up to how the temperature of Georgia is too. I think Georgia and like southern Georgia is in hardiness zone 9. So anyway, I wouldn't recommend planting this if you have pets. I'm gonna have to get this nightshade plant out, because I don't think our cats or anything are stupid enough to get that kind of stuff. But sometimes I bring my mom's dog over here. I did yesterday to show her. She'd like to play in the sprinklers, but anyway, she just eats anything she finds. She didn't get the nightshade, but she was running around in the grass. But anyway, that's how this app works. Take a picture of anything, and it shows all of this cool information about it. Like I'll show you. Let's see if I can find a good one. See if I can find one of them that I have here. The Siberian elm. That's what it thinks the American elms are here, and I wonder if they're American elms or not. But anyway, shows all this stuff. Oh, and also shows, some of them show what birds they attract. So it says it attracts American goldfinch, Carolina chickadee, and a purple finch. So that's cool. And then it shows what it symbolizes. So affluence, the dead, and inheritance, the underworld, that kind of stuff. And it shows all this stuff. Bloom time, spring, winter. Plant height can get to 82 feet. Plant spread 39 to 69 feet. It shows the habitat, like dry, sandy, or stony soils, plains, valleys, stuff like that. Shows the flower color and stem color and all that. Shows the hardiness zone 3 to 7, so they probably do grow here because we're in like 6 or 7. So Um, and it shows the soil type and the water and planting time and harvest time and all that stuff. So